Kamala Harris called it a modern-day lynching. Cory Spartacus McBooker said the same thing. Joe Biden, like pretty much every Democrat came out of the woodwork like, this is America. This right here, this is what America looks like. It looks like a black man walking in Chicago in the middle of a polar vortex, holding onto a Subway sandwich for dear life and being accosted by Mike Pence and Jared Kushner on the streets of Chicago. That's America. Trump's America. Turns out all of it was crap. The Chicago PD tracked all of it down. They looked at legitimately thousands of hours of footage. They spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, hundreds of man hours. They had a bunch of police on this thing. And finally, they said, you know what? We should probably indict Jussie Smollett for faking a hate crime and making a false police report. So 16 felony counts seems about right to us of lying to police. And then it got to the Cook County State's Attorney's Office. Now, in charge of the state county's public attorney's office, the state's attorney's office, is a woman named Kim Foxx. Kim Foxx happens to be very, very close with the Obamas. Very close with the Obamas. And you know who else was very close with the Obamas? Was Jussie Smollett. So, one of Michelle Obama's aides, Tina Chen, who was friends with the Smollett family, texted Kim Foxx and said, you know, Kim, is there a way you could, see your way clear to kind of letting this thing go? Could you kind of see your way clear to letting this thing go? Because, Jussie's a nice guy, and his family knows Michelle O's family, and everybody sort of knows each other. I mean, there are pictures of Jussie Smollett with Barack and Michelle Obama. So Tina Chen called up Kim Foxx, and there are pictures of Kim Foxx with Kamala Harris. I mean, she's a Democratic politician. She tweeted out not all that long ago, just back in January, quote, "I'm so excited that Kamala Harris has decided to run for president. I would not be where I am today without her guidance during my first run for political office, and she has continued to mentor me as I work to reform the criminal justice system in Cook County." Well, she definitely has a way of reforming the criminal justice system in Cook County, and that is to let Jussie Smollett off the hook, because the report today is that Kim Foxx and her state's attorney's office, as of yesterday, dropped all charges against Jussie Smollett. They did not require him to apologize. They did not require him to do any jail time. They did not require him to do any further community service. They simply seized his $10,000 bond, which is a weird thing to do if he was completely innocent, right? He says he's innocent still. Well, no, if you're innocent, then you want your money back. But they dropped all of the charges. And this was obviously, there's no way this was not done as a corrupt political favor to the Obama crew. That's all this was. This is all this was. Now, Kim Foxx, as I say, she's got an interesting history. She won office in 2016. She unseated the former Cook County State's Attorney, Anita Alvarez. She lost popularity, Alvarez did, over her handling of the now infamous Laquan McDonald murder. You'll remember Laquan McDonald was a black man shot 16 times by a Chicago police officer named Jason Van Dyke, and the entire video was kept under wraps for like a year after the shooting, and then finally it came out, and then the officer was prosecuted. She's really entrenched in Chicago's political machine. There's a very good article about all of this by Emily Zanotti over at Daily Wire today. She is very entrenched in Chicago's political machine. She grew up in the city. She went to law school at Southern Illinois University, and then she served as an assistant state's attorney for more than a decade before she entered politics. In the early 2010s, she served as the chief of staff for Cook County board president and current mayoral candidate Toni Preckwinkle, herself heavily entrenched in Chicago politics. She's taken a lot of money from progressive organizations, including $300,000 in donations from George Soros. Her office had recent issues with handling violent offenders. She is notorious for lax prosecution. It has really ticked off the police, who feel like she's undercut them repeatedly. There's a pending complaint against her from the Chicago PD for trying to interfere into their investigation. Last week, Chicago's primary police union, the Fraternal Order of Police, delivered a letter to the U.S. Attorney's Office in Chicago, that's the feds, alleging that Fox had tried to compromise their investigation of Jussie Smollett at the behest of a Smollett relative and a woman by the name of Tina Chen, who we've mentioned. In a series of text messages and emails, Chen contacted Fox on behalf of Smollett's family, whom she said had concerns about the police investigation. Fox then appears to have told Chen and subsequently the Smollett relative she would speak to Police Superintendent Eddie Johnson and convince him to turn over investigation of the alleged hate crime to the FBI. And then all of this came out thanks to a FOIA request. And here is what it said. Here's the letter originally from Tina Chen to Kim Foxx. "Hi, Kim. I sent an email to your work address, I think, as well. I wanted to give you a call on behalf of Jussie Smollett and family, who I know. They have concerns about the investigation. I am on an 8 a.m. flight to New York City, but please call me before then. I land about 10:15 Chicago time. My cell number is bleep. Many thanks." And then they started texting each other. "Hello, Kim. Are you available to chat? Tina Chen gave me your number. Hi, are you available in 5 minutes? I'm at a conference in DC and will step out. Yes, I am. Spoke to the superintendent earlier. He made the ask, trying to figure out logistics. I'll keep you posted. So the Chicago PD are rightly livid about this whole thing.